So today we got Wolverine, the living weapon, taking on Danny Rand, the Immortal Iron Fist. Who wins? Well, let's find out. A long-lived mutant with the rage of a beast and the soul of a samurai, James Logan Howlett's past is full of blood, war, and betrayal. Possessing an exerted healing factor, enhanced senses, and bone claws in his hands that, along with his skeleton, are coated in adamantium, Wolverine is the ultimate weapon. Logan possesses superhuman strength, as he's been able to swing tree trunks around like baseball bats, held an elevator with just one hand, and he's even punched into solid steel before. Wolverine is also incredibly agile, and possesses enhanced reflexes and speed, being able to dodge point-blank bullets, machine gun fire, and has even attacked faster than the human eye can follow. He's got incredible senses, many times better than a human, and can even surpass most animals. He can see in complete darkness, hear over incredible distances, taste pheromones in the air, fight blindfolded by just hearing, and is the best tracker in the Marvel Universe. He's also incredibly durable, thanks in large part to his adamantium skeleton and healing factor, and has withstood punches from Hulk, Thor, Thing, and Wonder Man. And let's just talk about Logan's healing factor for a second here. This mutant ability allows him to heal from virtually any injury at an incredibly fast rate. And I do mean any injury. He's regrown missing limbs, organs, and has even regenerated from just a skeleton before. But not only that, but his healing factor also prevents nerve strikes from working effectively, because his healing bypasses the effect virtually instantaneously. Wolverine possesses 3-foot-long claws on each hand, which are coated in adamantium and can slice through anything, even harming Hulk, Thor, and Thanos. Logan has been trained in a variety of different martial arts, mastering 28 different forms of Kung Fu alone, and is one of the greatest fighters in the Marvel Universe. He's taken down Iron Fist, Shang-Chi, and Deadpool, and even helped to train Black Widow and Kitty Pryde. On top of that, Logan has been gifted with an incredible strategic and tactical mind that has even been compared to a highly advanced computer. And then in the other corner of Iron Fist, the latest in a long line of warriors who wielded his power against the wicked, Danny Rand is the Immortal Iron Fist. Protector of the mystical city of Kunlun, he channels a soul of a dragon, making his fist like iron, and is one of the greatest martial artists the world has ever known. Iron Fist is trained to be a living weapon, and can harness his spiritual energy, or chi, to augment his physical and mental capabilities to superhuman levels. Typically, Danny possesses the peak level of strength of a human, without being considered superhuman. He's capable of augmenting his strength to unknown levels, and was able to go toe-to-toe with a being who easily defeated Luke Cage. He can move at incredible speeds, and can enhance his speed until he's delivered over 100 punches in just a few seconds. His agility and reflexes are much greater than that of an Olympic athlete, and he can dodge gunfire and even catch bullets out of the air. He's also very durable, and has survived point-blank explosions with no real signs of harm. Danny is a master of Kunlun's martial arts, including Kunlun Quan, Shaolin Quan, Judo, Aikido, and Karate. He is one of the greatest fighters ever, battling against Captain America, Wolverine, Daredevil, Spider-Man, and Colossus. His greatest power, though, is his Iron Fist. With this, he's able to rip through steel and punch his opponents with incredible force. He's been able to knock out Colossus, shatter Scorpion's tail, smash through jets and trains, and has even brought down the helicarrier before. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, starting out, Wolverine is stronger than Danny. He's strong enough to hold up an elevator, rip apart and crumple steel doors, and has even sent Namor flying with a punch. Now, Danny is strong enough to break steel chains and injure Spider-Man and Sabretooth, but at the beginning of a fight, in his normal state, he's weaker than Logan. Now, if Iron Fist were to amplify his chi, well, that could potentially be a very different story. Danny is much faster and more agile than Wolverine, though. He's not only fast enough to dodge automatic gunfire, but is actually quick enough to catch the bullets in his hands. He can strike faster than the eye can follow, and is as acrobatic as Daredevil, who is one of the greatest human acrobats in the Marvel Universe. In fact, there was a time where Danny went undercover as Daredevil in order to protect Matt's secret identity, and nobody realized the difference in movement between Danny and Matt. Wolverine is fast enough to dodge or block automatic gunfire, and is also able to move and attack faster than the eye can follow. However, the difference between Wolverine and Iron Fist is that Logan gets hit all the time by attacks that he should be able to dodge. He may take the hits because he doesn't need to avoid them, or really even want to avoid them, because he can rely on his healing factor. Iron Fist, on the other hand, usually always uses his speed and agility to dodge attacks, and tries his best to avoid getting hit by all attacks. But because of that healing factor, Wolverine is much more durable than Danny. He can take punches from Hulk and Thor, was fine after having his heart torn out, and survived nuclear bombs. Now, even though he's not necessarily near Wolverine, Iron Fist is more durable than the average human. He's taken punches from Spider-Man, attacks from Sunspot, jumped out of a 12-story building, and jumped off an airplane, all of which he's fine afterwards. Both Iron Fist and Wolverine are some of the greatest fighters on Earth, and the two have actually sparred before and were evenly matched. Now, Wolverine technically won this sparring match. However, Logan said that he was fighting at a 6, while Danny said that he was just at a 3. And I think that really sums up how they compare in terms of fighting skill. Wolverine is tough and a great fighter, as he's extensive knowledge and training, and even mastered 28 different forms of Kung Fu alone. He's also very skilled at nerve strikes. However, despite his training, he tends to rely more on his instincts. Like, even though he knows all these different styles of fighting, and has the skill and speed to jump around and dodge attacks, he tends to just rush headlong into bullets. But it does usually work out for him, so we can't really hold that against Logan. Wolverine can also go into Berserker Rage, which is where he's just a killing machine and can completely overwhelm opponents, but he's also not really thinking straight and is very clouded in his judgment. Iron Fist, on the other hand, is a more skilled fighter, and he actually always uses this skill in a fight. He's battled against and defeated Captain America, Wolverine, Black Panther, Shang-Chi, Daredevil, and Spider-Man, and supposedly knows an infinite number of ways to kill someone. Danny is just a much better fighter, and uses that skill a lot more than Wolverine. The last thing we gotta talk about is Wolverine's Adamantium claws versus Iron Fist's chi manipulation. Wolverine's claws can cut Hulk, Thor, Gladiator, Colossus, and even Thanos. But that can't really compare with Danny's chi manipulation. The Iron Fist only takes 0.03 seconds to charge up, and is able to injure Hulk, completely stop an oncoming train, bring down the helicarrier, and even injure an actual god. He's able to amplify this speed to where he can unleash 100 punches in just a few seconds. He's durable enough to take massive explosions no problem, and can also use his chi to heal himself as he fights. On top of all that, Danny has learned to master his chi manipulation and unleash energy blasts to take out enemies. So who wins? Well, if this was a fight to the death, then Wolverine takes the victory. But in any other instance, this is Iron Fist's fight to lose. He's a better fighter, and uses his skill more in a fight, is fast and agile enough to consistently dodge Wolverine's attacks, and once he manipulates his chi, then it's all over. His punches are able to knock out Luke Cage, injure Hulk, and even injure gods, and that's just too much for Wolverine to handle. Iron Fist is winning this one. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just like this one every single day, and I'll see y'all next time.